All right. Silence. Darkness. Tarr, in front of you, a space that once held a friend, is now empty. Beside you, shocked, Zick stands motionless. Camilla, she too, afraid. Just a moment ago, he was standing there, about to tell you the name of a god. Perhaps the name of your patron? And then he vanished. What would you like to do?
I think at the moment he's going to stay quiet and just kind of... His heart's racing right now. He's afraid. I think he's going to... Because I think he would laid out like his crystal ball on the table, right?
Yes, and that crystal ball is now empty. The fog stopped. It's just nothing.
I'm going to punch the table out of like frustration, but not enough to like break it. Why do these things keep happening? Um,
Camilla takes your arm. Where did he go?
I don't know, but I will find him. I promise.
She looks back at that space. Zick turns to you, and his confusion and fear quickly turns to anger. We have to do something, right? I mean, he's our friend.
I'm gonna put my paw on his shoulder and say, yes, we do. I gotta figure out what we have to do. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
They kind of like both silently give you a nod.
Um, I don't know how to go about this. uh, I'm gonna attempt to speak with my patron.
What do you say?
Are you finally gonna reveal yourself to me, or are you still gonna stand around like a coward?
Then, as a moment ceases, the floor around you, in a radius, turns this cyan blue. A flash. It outstretches across the room, out from you, overtaking everything here. Just a moment ago, you were in Rudy's dark shack, and now this blue onto infinite space, taking place over what was once here. And beside you, Camilla and Zick stand as they were, right beside you, yet not in that initial place. And you hear first a voice before your vision clears, before you're able to see everything here. I granted you aid, Tarr Kageyama. Now I need yours. We see before us a handful of figures. Firstly, at the center, an amphos man with gray-colored skin, dozens of scars, in a suit. This suit has makeshift sections of armor and chunks of iron and leather straps dangling, made from scraps. He's on a knee here. He seems wounded. Around him, in a half circle, are 7 other men who look just like him, yet all of them are slightly different in variation. Different hair, different clothing, one missing an eye. Yet they all wield weapons, all pointed at this man on half a knee. They all turn and look at you, their eyes hardening. The man in the center lifts his head halfway, looking a side eye over his shoulder at you. The others here, some of them pointing their weapons at you, shout, "Do not interfere! This is beyond your understanding!" What would you like to do?
So did I only hear my patron, or do I see him now?
I think you can associate the man in the middle on a knee looking directly at you.
That's the patron?
There is a presence coming from him that feels connected to you.
I'm gonna walk up to him, walk past the guys with swords, and grab him.
Okay. They are all looking at you, their weapons kind of raised. Some of them move a bit closer. You grab him. He doesn't seem to be resisting you.
I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs. Where is Rudy?
He looks at you, and then he kind of like tilts his head towards the people behind. They took him from you, Tarr, and he's not going to be the last.
That's so.
Again, they kind of shout, "Let the variant go!"
How close is the closest one to me?
He's maybe about 6 feet away from you. Like, they're close, circled in around this guy.
I'm gonna kick him.
Holy shit, okay, yeah, roll unarmed for me.
Alrighty. Here we go. That is a 26.
26 hits. I guess roll damage.
That's 35 points of damage on that attack.
35.
Yeah.
Okay. Give
No,
me
34.
Just one moment.
Okay.
All right, we're actually gonna hop into combat here. Let me get some combat music going. Tarr, do you let go of your patron before you make this attack?
I mean, I'd assume so.
Okay, you drop
Because
him.
he's 6 feet away.
Yeah, you drop him and he disappears. You kick this guy. He's shocked by this, knocked back, and then behind him, this middle guy, the raggedy man, appears behind him with a sword, and where the guy is kicked into is the end of that blade. He draws the blade back. You see light blasts from the back of this guy, and he falls over dead.
Interesting.
Let's go ahead and roll initiative here.
That is. What do you add to your? Oh wait, you don't add anything to your initiative. That's right. So that's just 11.
Okay, so I need. You're an 11. Go ahead and roll for Zik for me and Camilla as well.
So Zik got a nat 20 on the
Okay.
initiative.
Good on Zik. Let's be real. And how about Camilla? How's she looking? Hello?
Hello.
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 Hey.
Okay. She got a 17.
Okay, that's good. So here's what happens. With where you are at in the initiative, Camilla's gonna... Wait. No, it's gonna be them. Okay. So... Sorry, bear with me. Alright. I'm actually gonna put this in the chat because it's gonna bother me. Zik was a 20. Not 2. Camilla, 17. We had... You had an 11, Tarr?
Yes, I did.
Okay. And then we're gonna call... I didn't add modifiers for their initiative, so... You got lucky here. Yeah, it is your patron's turn. You see, he looks at you, and he says, your fists aren't going to do anything to them. He takes his sword, and he tosses it to you.
I catch it.
You catch this glistening silver blade. This thing deals 6d8 damage.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I gotta find my
on his turn, you see he vanishes again, and 2 of these guys have daggers appear in their chests. Let's see how well he does. They look pretty wounded by this. That shining light blasting out of them as well. That comes to their turn. I believe there are 6 of them left. And one of them goes on Camilla. Running at her, does a 13 hit her?
Let me check. I have the stats pulled up. It does not.
Okay. So one of these guys, like, draws a bow and arrow, fires at her. She, like, slow-mo dodges out of the way.
Wait.
Okay.
Never mind.
Okay. The second one lunges a sword at you. That's a nat 20.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
that hits. That hits hard.
Okay. And that's going to be... The first one is capped. Which is not good for you, I'm going to be honest.
That's fine.
That's 66 points of damage. Oh, wait, that's doubled. What is 66 times 2? That's 132 points of damage, Tarr.
Tarr is in fight for your life now.
Okay, so this guy, this variant, whoever this guy is, runs up to you. I think he, like, stabs a sword deep in your throat and pulls it back. You fall down, grabbing your wounds, blood draining. Your patron looks to you, worried, wide eyes. Camilla lets out a scream. Let's see. There are still 4 of them left. One of them runs to Zik. It's a 19. Does a 19 hit?
19 hit Zik.
Okay. Zik is going to take 44 points of damage.
Okay.
One of these guys pulls out like a sledgehammer from nowhere and uppercuts Zik, breaking part of his jaw. He goes flying back. The patron looks and he says, "We weren't ready for this conversation, Tarr."
Rudy's more important.
He kind of
I say as like blood's coming out of my throat.
He lets out a heavy sigh. They all look to him. You know that Tarr Kageyama should be long dead by now. This is your fault. Some of them go to apprehend him. He's able to get out of the way. I believe that brings us... Because those variants are using their turn. It's Zik's turn now.
That is a 17 plus 8 is 26.
Is that just Zick, like, hitting one of these guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Zick, I think in anger over what's happening to you, tears welling in his eyes, runs up and just starts, like, beating the shit out of one of these guys, like, slamming fist into their stomach. The impact is happening and it's knocking them back, but they're not taking a whole lot of damage from this.
Fair.
It is now Camilla's turn.
I think Camilla's gonna run and try and help me up.
Okay. Camilla runs over, she grabs you, she does pull you out of fight for your life mode. I think you're unconscious, right?
I should be now, yeah.
Okay, so what the last thing you see is Camilla running up, grabbing you, and saying, "It's gonna be okay, we're gonna get out of this, you're gonna be fine." You see tears streaming down her face. And then, for you, I think we fade to black. And that's
W.
where we'll have the opening. Claire and Severance. It's good to see the two of you. Moments ago, something happened. You're on the streets in the rain. Of course, Noctis dared to threaten Claire. But then, right after, there were two blips. Firstly, the bracelet of Rudy, that presence you feel, the general knowledge of the direction he's in. You see Tarr and Atreus, both in that direction. And then Rudy's light blips out. That presence you feel, that warmth of his existence, gone. And then, maybe a minute later, Tarr's as well.
Okay.
From what you're able to tell with these bracelets, you know it was in the direction of the sewers. You know that Atreus and Tarr was headed to Rudy's shack. I think that's what you know for certain.
I guess we'll start heading that way.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. I think the event through the sewer is pretty uneventful. And eventually, you make it to Rudy's rundown shack. And outside, you see Zick, and you see Camilla. Zick is on the porch, kind of sitting. His head is in his hands, and he's, like, talking to himself quickly. And you see Camilla is kind of yelling at something. As you guys approach, From behind you, you hear Atreus. Oh, it's about time you two fucking showed up.
Um,
What's
happened?
going on?
I'm not entirely sure. I came to meet with them to kind of debrief about everything that happened, and when I got here, the two were in tears. They were all over me. I guess Tarr, Rudy disappeared. They were learning about the gods or something, and right when he said something, he just vanished. And I guess Tarr tried to do something about it, and then they fought these fish people, and then they were gone too. And they came back. Tarr apparently nearly died or did die or something, and he's just gone now.
Wait, what do you mean Tar's gone and Rudy's gone?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But we gotta figure this out. Right? Like, I mean, not that I mean to be too cushy or anything, but Tar's a friend, and he's a key fight against Yandril, against the Fang.
Is he here?
No, he's gone.
Servant kind of looks at, like, Claire. Like, the share a glance.
Look, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but this was all that was left behind. And Atreus hands you, Severance, a broken piece of a teacup.
Do I recognize it at all?
Severance, could you roll religion for me, maybe?
Yes. Give me a second. Okay. That is a 7.
You have no idea. I think you saw Tarr having one of these at some point, right? I don't
Okay.
think you entirely know what this is involved with.
She kind of like turns it over and around in her hands. Where did you find this?
I guess it was where he was when they came back.
I look over towards Zick and Camilla.
Zick is
I know
still
we're
like,
not near them, but
yeah, Zick is still like in his depressive state. At this point, Camilla is like at a wall, just punching it.
I say Camilla punched the wall. So we're like shares another glance with Claire.
I walk up to her and I try to talk to her. I try to talk to Camilla.
Camilla turns
I
to look at
follow
you, and she's just streaming tears, like eyes puffy red. And she's like, I've got to get him back. I've got to get him back.
Well, you're
What do you
not
mean?
going to get him back by punching the wall. We need to take a breath and think.
She looks to you, Severance, and then Claire, and she tries to take a deep breath, but the tears just keep coming. It's a stream.
And where was the tea? The broken thing found? Where?
Are you asking that to like Atreus or Camilla?
I'm asking. I guess it's to Atreus.
It was inside by his it's like by his table. He was just where he was sitting.
Okay. I turned to talk to Severance. Do you still think that we should, like, the bracelet? We saw where they last were they not?
They were here when they disappeared. Maybe there's a way where we can find out where they were, or where they went, what happened. I turned back to Camilla. What happened?
She kind of catches her breath. Rudy was teaching us about the gods. He thought it could be helpful for Tarr, for our fight, for whatever deal he made with something. And he was teaching us about their history, about who all of them were. And he was about to say one of their names. I think it started with an A, and then he was just gone. And then Tarr tried to do something about it, tried to talk to his patron, and then we were there, and he was there, and there were all these different people like him, and we fought, and we lost.
So a god has Tarr right now. Did you recognize the god at all?
No, I don't know anything about any of that.
Serpent's thoughts.
Hmm.
Does any of that sound familiar to you, Claire?
Claire, you can roll religion if you'd like.
Roll religion. Let's see. 15.
15. Fish people. The only god of the fish would either be Altisios, god of time, who is an Amphos, a fish guy, or Arcadia, the dwarven goddess of wealth, who is dead, who built a home for the Amphos, for fish people.
This is out of character. I don't think Claire would know any of this. I don't think so. I turn to Severance. Is there anywhere else that we can maybe find more clues on where he went?
Maybe inside. That'd be our next guess.
Okay.
I look towards Zig. I go towards him.
Zig.
You said he was sitting injured?
He's not. Well, I guess he is injured, but it looks like the two of them patched up their injuries. But he's sitting on the porch, like his head in his hands, dejected.
I kind of crouch a little bit. Like she puts her hands on her knees to crouch a bit.
He looks up at you. He has bags under his eyes. He looks distraught. Oh, you're here. And then there's almost something that clicks, and he kind of tilts his head a bit. I know you and I haven't always seen eye to eye, but if you get your hands on who took him, I want you to show no mercy. I want you to do what you do best.
Alright. But I will do my best. But I was wondering if you could tell me what happened.
We were with Rudy. He was teaching us about the gods, and then Rudy was gone. And Tarr tried to make contact with his patron, this thing he made a deal with, this Deus Ex Machina that saved him. And then we were in this place, and there was this fish guy in the middle who clearly needed our help. And so Tarr helped him and fought, and he gave him this sword. It was like this shining steel. It almost looked like a mirror. And we fought, and we fought good for maybe a minute, and then we lost. And then Tarr nearly died. And then we were back here. Like nothing happened. The only trace of him being a shard of teacup.
Thank you. For letting me know. I looked at Claire before I make my way inside.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I follow.
Holy shit. As you guys enter, the door slams shut. There's a light of blue that outwardly blasts from the middle. You see, appearing before you, Tarr's body. Well, he's alive. It's not a body. But Tarr hits his head hard on a counter. His body slumps over, and he is back and conscious, just barely. Severely wounded still, at maybe 5 LP. And then, also appearing, out of nothing, another wounded face. A character I will put in faces we know. This gray-looking Anthos with blue hair, wounds and armor all over, who kind of, leans over to catch a breath. Tarr, you are conscious, and barely alive.
I
Go ahead, Claire.
I run over to Tarr to try to give him support before he falls.
Yeah, go ahead. You just grab him so he doesn't fall over. Tarr, you look over, you see Claire. Severance. This fish guy looks at you. Oh, thank Alterheim you're here, Severance.
I think her eyes kind of wide-eyed, and she is her head's taken aback a bit. What the hell?
I've bought us some time. The Council of Aelons will be here in maybe 15 minutes. It should be enough time to explain to Tarr what exactly is going on. I'm sure you're up to speed.
No.
I kind of also turn over and just look in bewilderment.
Who are you? What?
I'm Altisios, Severance? I mean, I'm not your Altisios, but you know that. And then he, kind of furrows his brow.
No.
It hasn't happened to you yet, has it?
She shakes her head. No.
Oh,
What are
I'm
you
so
talking
sorry. He kind of, shakes himself off, and he goes to shake your hand with, a hearty handshake. Yeah, I'm Altisios, but not of your world.
She kind of just looking a bit bewildered at him. What are you? How do you know me?
How I know you isn't important, Severance. He looks over to Tarr. Are you okay?
I will be.
Right.
And he's gonna kind of shamble to the kitchen, where Rudy's tea is.
I'm sure that you have plenty of questions, and I've bought us some time to have those questions answered. More importantly, the reason you called out to me, Tarr, where Rudy is. It's safe to say that he is either going to be executed or has been already.
Why?
There is a group of me who were all sworn to uphold the sanctity of their time, of their world, to make sure certain actions that are supposed to happen, happen. I believe that pursuing such an ideal world is a fallacy. People in the world, heroes, paragons, they should be able to define their destiny. And we as the gods, it is our responsibility to protect those people. I broke my oath, the one that their kind has sworn, so I could protect my world from annihilation. And I have come here seeking Tarr, seeking Severance, Claire, he looks at you, Claire, and a handful of other individuals to assist me. I need to fix the problems I created with my world, but I have to offer you my assistance first. I know this place is broken in many different ways, and I intend to help you fix it.
Severance is kind of just standing there a bit bewildered and probably a little overwhelmed by information.
Yeah,
And
100%.
also
100%.
the fact that God of Time knows specifically who she is, and there's interesting things for her.
Tarr, I'm sorry that I couldn't talk to you about this sooner. I wanted to wait for the perfect time when the council wasn't on my back. They've been chasing me for a few years, it feels like.
You could have pulled me in sooner and I would have helped.
He kind of like makes a smirk at that. You saw how well that went, right?
Did I get a chance to use the sword?
Guess not.
Things would have been differently if I was prepared properly.
And maybe there will be time for preparing soon. Look, clearly you all have your own thing you're dealing with right now. You need to get to the Crucible, you need to bless a weapon. Right? As for Rudy,
Right.
I can try to intercept where they're taking him and bring him back to you.
Severance nods.
I will say, outside of this moment, speaking my name, speaking anything of me, this world's version of me will not have that. I am an anomaly in this place, and he and his kind and the others like me, they will eliminate any evidence that I am here. This can't leave the three of you. Do you understand?
She
Or nods.
I'm sorry that this has gone so messily. This wasn't my intention. I did come here for the three of you. I should make that clear as well. I desperately need your help. There are things back home. A war that's about to begin. And I believe the three of you are the only ones who can bring about its solution. Its correct solution, I should say. But that's for later. That's not now. I will come to you once I've saved Rudy. And then I will come to you again once I believe the time is correct for you to give me aid. Tarr,
Yes.
I believe our deal was that I help you have the strength to save Camilla. Would you say that my end of the bargain has been upheld?
No.
What more can I do?
Hold on. I my brain read or listened to that wrong. I thought like his end of the bargain has been upheld, mine hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Fuck. Your end has been upheld, but you saw how that fight went down. I might need more to help you.
If you want more power, I can give you what little I'm able. Gods are fickle things, especially outside of their home worlds. We are still immense in power, but we're not immortal, not like we would be in our own home. Here, I am more like the three of you than I would be otherwise. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I can grant you a semblance of my power, but it is not as strong as it would be as if you had made a deal with the Alticios of your home, or even if you stepped foot into my homeworld.
Okay.
That being said, once this is all over, if you do come help me, Tarr, you'll see that power in its full swing.
What do you mean if? I'm going to help you.
Well, that's good to hear, Tarr Kakayama. for now, to help me, you can continue your fight. I will bring you Rudy, and I will come fetch you when I need you. And if you need more power, if you need anything from me, feel free to ask, but try to find a safe place to do so. Certainly not a temple.
Deal.
And Severance. He kind of looks at you with a very concerned and worried look. I'm sorry.
What?
I know that things for you have been difficult, and I know you aren't a fan of the fate that's been planned for you. So listen to me when I say. And then his concern turns almost to anger. You are the master of your own fate. Even if the cards you're dealt are less than ideal. Use your gifts, Severance. Don't be afraid to let them loose.
Severance just looks very confused. It is, like, enough that it is very, like, tellable that she just looks very confused at everything. Like, confused and overwhelmed.
He backs away from all of you, and he looks one last time at Severance. I'm sure you know, there are other monsters out there than angry politicians and werewolves. Bigger fish to fry. And he winks at you, and then he's gone.
Severance is just kind of standing there very bewildered and confused and overwhelmed. I don't think she's saying anything right now. She's just, like, kind of standing in place.
Yeah.
I think by now Tarr is finished making the tea for everybody.
Hell yeah. Tarr, wounded, you bring tea over to everybody at the little, like, table that has the crystal ball. I think as Tarr sets the tea down, the lights crack back on inside of here.
Hmm. I take sips of my tea.
Severance is just kind of standing there for a second before she's like kind of comes back to reality and takes a sip.
Okay. As you guys drink this tea together, and I hope role play, let's go ahead and put you guys all back up to full. We'll call this a rest.
Full health, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
Do you guys talk to each other at all?
What had happened whenever you were there?
I wasn't
She
strong
says
enough,
that to Tarr.
and I ended up getting impaled in the throat, and I show them the scar underneath my throat now.
It was a big fight between a lot of people. I'm sure if you had time to prepare, you could have, like you had said.
It's not your fault.
I know.
I'm sorry for not being here.
You guys had your other business to take care of. I needed to come see Zick and Camilla. Speaking of which, where are they?
After mentioning their name, I was gonna say, Sarah's at this
Yeah.
mention their name. Her eyes kind of widen a bit, and she goes out to go get them.
You see, Zick and Camilla are together, like they're talking about something, and they turn and look. And Atreus is also there, and he's just like not paying attention.
She kind of like shyly comes outside and like touches her feet, like kind of touches her fingers together before she's like, he's back.
Zick and Camilla go running past you inside. The two of them run up to Tarr. embrace him in like a group hug. Don't do that again. They kind of let go from the hug. Atreus walks up to you, Tarr, and he kind of like puts a little like hand over your shoulder, like half hug. You know, I'm glad to hear you're not dead.
I kind of like pull him in and pick him
Okay.
up with like a big hug.
All right, you kind of breaking my bones here, Tarr.
And then I set him down.
My bones aren't as strong as they used to be.
I know.
All right, so what's the game plan? Do any of you know where the my business associate, my fun little soldier Flos is?
No, Floss kind of dropped me off and went on her way.
Okay.
Severance glances between all of them. I don't know where she is either. I thought she was with you.
Interesting.
So, Severance looks to Claire. Me and Claire have been together this whole time.
Yeah. Question: have we like have we noticed that Floss is gone yet, or no?
Right now.
So that's
Right
kind
now.
of, yeah, I guess. I guess now is you guys realizing that.
Oh,
Because that's where Atreus is like, so, where's Floss? And then Tar's like, well, she dropped me off and left. And we're like, well, she's not with us. I thought she was with you.
I'm so stupid. Oh my god.
Well, Atreus.
Yes. What's up, Mr. Kageyama?
You have eyes around the entire city, no?
You're right. Let me do a quick once
Look
over
for her.
and see if
Just
I
look
can
for her
find.
van.
Look for her van. I got you. All right. Well, let me just go peek-see around, and I'll be right back. You see his eyes shimmer green, and he's just like standing there in like a trance. This is
I
gonna take
imagine
me a second.
Severance standing like just silently next to him.
I think he's got like kind of a half smile, right? Atreus is like a shitty guy. I think we know that. No, it's not. It's not in my place. It's not at the Valhaven Occult Society. That's kind of weird. Maybe, do you know any other places she might go? I will say, focusing on her bracelet, her friendship bracelet, she does appear to be far away. I think the only direction you get is northeast. But I don't think at that
Atreus
distance
also has
you're
bracelet.
able to discern.
Atreus also has her bracelet.
He does. And I think he notices that.
What about the casino?
Oh, that's right, that casino that she took a look at. I mean, maybe I could take a look in there. I know the NBO was doing a whole bust on that place at one point. Yeah, no, she's not here. Looks like the NBO still is, though. They're doing some kind of arrest, it looks like.
When are they not?
Right. I don't have hide nor hair of that girl. Huh.
You don't see where her car is?
Hold on. Let me double check the Valhaven Occult Society. It looks like something's happening. Nico is running, and there's Yuri too, and a bunch of recruits. They're bucking it somewhere.
Severance kind of glances between Claire and Tarr.
I hate to ask you for another favor, Atreus.
Well, you know, that's what friends are for.
Do you think that you could do that whole shadow thing you did in the maw and warp us there?
All right, well, I need you to know this isn't gonna feel good, and you might want to tell. He kind of like, you gotta tell Camilla and Zick unless they're coming too.
I mean, they're in the
They're
room
in the
with
room,
us
yeah.
right now.
Yeah, no, this isn't gonna feel good. You're gonna have some slight nausea, and then if you got any pearls on you, they're gonna disappear magically. And he gives like a big toothy grin when he says that. Let's go see what's happening. Are you ready, kids?
I mean, surely it can't hurt worse than a sword to the throat.
I need all of you guys to roll a lean saving throw.
A lean saving
Lean
throw?
saving throw?
Yeah,
Is that just like a D?
just a
like
lean roll. D20 plus
D20.
lean modifier.
What just
Uh,
happened? My shit. My stuff started shitting.
What was the last thing you
Hold on.
heard?
Oh, you better tell like Camilla and Zack, and it was like,
Yeah,
oh well,
no,
they're right
he-
there. So
He was just telling you to hold on to your shit, and then you guys are rolling a lean check.
I got a 22.
I got
22.
a 18.
Okay.
I got a 17.
You guys fall through this infinite dark void super fast, and then reappear upside down through this black ink outside the Valhaven Occult Society. You all passed. I think you guys are a little dizzy and disorientated, but you arrive. You see Nico is like leading the charge and running with about like 12 other recruits. You see Yuri turns and looks at you guys. Nico continues running.
I run over to catch up.
The sister's location is under attack. We have to go.
The sister location.
Sister location, just like FNAF.
Just like Fanat. Shut the fuck up. No fucking way. God fucking damn it.
That was
Oh,
good. That was peak.
Me when it's Peem.
Get 18 luck points. Whoa, who said that? 18. That's so much for me.
God fucking damn it. Okay. Here's what happens. Yuri, are you guys gonna follow?
Yeah.
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 Yuri leads you guys. Eventually, you catch up with Nico. Nico looks to you guys, and is like, "Where's Flos? We need all hands on deck."
We
don't know.
Shit. You guys continue. Eventually, you make it outside the sister location. This appears almost to be like a large library type building. With that sort of marble pillar type architecture, almost like it's like out of like a Capitol building, right? Or like out of Greek myth. Like it's all white and like intricate statues outside. And you see parked out front is a large white van with the symbol of the mask painted on the outside. Floss's van is in the parking lot. And you see Yuri and Nico and the recruits run inside.
Severus is gonna run over to the van and like look inside to see if Floss is there.
Opening the
Yeah.
car door, nobody's inside. Opening the back, you just see that suitcase.
I think I did follow Severance.
Okay.
I followed
Claire,
Severance as well.
hell yeah. So the three of you see Severance open the back doors, and there's that small brown suitcase just sitting alone in the back.
Severus kind of stares at it before she kind of like looks to Claire and Tarr. And then looks back at it.
Are you really gonna open it?
I don't know.
That's the one that Floss was trying to, hide, right?
Yeah. I kind of just Claire just looks at the suitcase.
Cyrus kind of glances over to where they, like, the Nico and everyone had went inside. Maybe we should help them first.
What do you guys do? Do you leave it here and come back? Or do you just do it now?
If Severance wants to leave it, then I'll leave it.
Severance looks back. Okay. I was like, let me roll to see what number I get to see if I should open it, and then I got it at 20.
Oh my god.
Severance reaches over and she clicks open the briefcase.
Clicking open the briefcase, the first thing you're presented with is papers. A letter from a manager to Edric Lelivre, talking about how the branch of the casino was not making enough money. Beneath that, there are letters with a stamp that looks like an infinity insignia, talking about how she was spotted by a dwarven family, that she has finally returned to this city, that her ascension is imminent, that the blood moon that wanes in 5 days surely means something. Underneath that, about 15 wanted posters for Severance.
The other information, like, as Severance is kind of looking at the papers, she's like, oh, we already saw this, why was she hiding this? Before she gets to the wanted posters, and she slowly picks one up and looks at it, like, with wide eyes.
Wanted alive, I believe there's a reward. I think it's 3,000 green ember.
Just 3,000?
I don't remember exactly, but that's what we're gonna call it.
I thought it
Oh, I
was
thought
like
it-
3,000
more than
gold.
that. I remember what you said. Yeah, I guess it wasn't worth that much. Why was she hiding this from me? Severance is like increasingly looking more panicked as she's staring at this.
So Tar's gonna pick one up from the briefcase as well. Maybe she's trying to turn you in.
I
You've seen
grab
her.
one
She has a ton
too.
of green ember.
Him saying that Flos turned her in, she, like, having it put together in her hands, she crumples her hands together and looks at Tarr. She turned me in. And Severance, I think from, like, both of you, she looks like she's freaking out.
Tar's gonna embrace you in like a one-armed hug because he's standing next to you. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Don't know what
Claire
that did to
kinda
me.
He wraps the
is
second
like,
arm around you.
how could you do this?
I won't let her do this.
Claire just kind of crumples the paper. How could she do this? We have to find her. I turn back to look at Claire and Tarr. Where could she be?
She's obviously got to be inside. maybe she's the one wreaking all this havoc.
You guys do know she is still like greatly to the northeast. Her bracelet is giving long distance, to the northeast of Ulrich in general.
So it's like her van is here, but she's just not here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thinks he can just turn me in and run away. She steps out of Tar's arms and she looks pissed now. She'll get coming to her for doing this to me.
Whatever you decide, Sev, I've got your back.
Yeah. Is there anything else in the van at all besides this?
No, actually, I don't believe there is. I think it's just that.
Okay. I turned to Seven Tar. Should we go inside and see if we can find anything else?
Yes.
All right, gang. Do you approach the sister location?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I would like to direct your attention to the table plop scene.
Oh, God.
Sister location.
God,
I love
damn
that
it.
it's called that.
Holy shit. All right. You guys approach the front door. You hear a lot of smashing coming from inside.
I think Sev is just so angry right now that she's just like kind of angrily walking, like speed walking her way in.
Okay, now, before we open this scene, Lucas, I would like to deeply apologize.
What?
Oh, brother!
All right, let me get some
Do you
music
know-
going.
What the
Ain't no
fuck?
way. Ain't no way.
What is this? Wait, but half of them are like dead. I don't know what's going on.
Those are the occult society members.
This
Oh.
place is wrapped in bloodshed. Nico stands on a knee, heavily wounded. There are both Fang and these students everywhere, slaughtered. Pieces of this once museum/library are shattered and broken everywhere. There are members of the Fang draped in their robes. There are small brains with tentacles on legs eating up bodies. There's large, strange, beetle-like monsters, twice the size of a man on leashes, tearing apart dead bodies. And leading this charge down this hallway is a woman that you guys recognize, the half-mind flayer, half-human hybrid you saw at the Maw. In the middle of this scene, there is a woman with like this kind of wrappings around her chest, a cropped leather jacket, this curly black hair that's put up into a bun. She's standing in a stance that Tarr recognizes, and beside her are two floating purple fists. Her hands and arms are covered in blood. As you enter, Nico turns over a shoulder and says, "Thank God you made it." Let's go ahead.
I don't think that's his voice.
No, it's not. Thank God you made it. We're gonna go ahead and do initiative, I believe.
Like this girl runs a Valhaven Occult Society. Like this girl is useless.
I will say also, as you guys enter this scene, that hybrid woman looks to Severance. You!
Bruh.
Severance actually looks kind of like angrily at her.
Also, Zik and Camilla are supposed to be here. Let me put their tokens down. Tristan, you will be
Yes.
under control of Tarr and Camilla. Or sorry, Tristan and what the fuck is their name? Zik. Zik and Camilla.
Zik and
I
Camilla.
will tell you for roleplay purposes. Camilla is going to not be as careful with her attacks. She is angry. Something changed in her during her time at the mob. She will often attack enemies who are already down. She's a little pissed.
Got it. And Zik isn't holding back either
I would assume not.
after that conversation in the car.
We all mad AF. All right. Yes, do roll initiative. The initiative is up, and you can post in there. I have a lot of
Oh,
shit
okay.
to
Sorry.
roll.
Please said roll initiative. Oh my god.
Nico rolling just dog shit, my man.
Did I put it in the right place? Am I doing this properly? Here we go.
I will also add that lady to Faces We Know as well. I just don't know if I have her image on hand. She is an important NPC. I think that's clear, right? Maybe I'll do that after a session or something. Okay. I still need Camilla and Zik to roll initiative.
Oh, I posted them in the scene chat. 12 and 15.
All right. Daughter is up first. She looks to Severance and she looks pissed. You're the woman who killed my mother. The girl savior, supposed to protect this city. Yet you turn on its own people. Do you say anything to her?
I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't think so. I think Severance is just like, I don't even have anything to say to her. Like, she's just so angry right now.
Got you.
She just brings out her weapon, and can I say she immediately changes to its larger form as like a cool thing?
Yeah, Severance, you draw your weapon, and then you pull the trigger, and it clanks down.
And I make direct eye contact with her as I do it.
Okay. How far can she go? Let's find out, shall we? Where is her fucking stat line? Wow. Lame! She is going to move. She, like, levitates and flies right over the woman in bindings, right over beside Nico. She is appearing to ignore him and everybody else entirely. She is solely focused on Severance. She holds out a hand to you. Here's actually what happens. Every creature in a 60-foot cone. I think that's like insane.
I think that is
everybody in the fucking room.
Bruh.
Well, if it's a cone, it's
Oh, it's a
only
cone.
in front of
Right,
her.
right. So that's going
So
to
it's
be
just us.
the guards and you guys, I would assume, right?
I think 60-foot cone would still be 60 feet, but a whole 60 feet cone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so when you angle, I can't measure it. So when you angle at 45, angle it to 60. Or no, that's about
she
it.
can
That's
get you guys, right?
She hits all of us.
Okay.
She
So-
hits everybody.
Everybody needs to make a education roll for me.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Education.
Oh, thank God I got a 19.
Hell yeah. You save.
Hold on, let me find it. Oh wait, education. Oh god.
I also got a 19.
You save.
I got a 9.
Clara does not save.
Uh-oh, Claire.
I gotta grab more dice.
That's
no.
never a good thing to hear.
Oh no! Oh man,
Right-
I
right
don't
off
know
the
that.
How's Camilla and Zick feeling?
Let's see. What would education be in
Intelligence.
Okay.
Because they use 5e stat blocks, they're using an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Now I gotta go back to their stat block.
Mom,
But
how
I
come
got
they get to use 5e
15.
rules?
I got 15 and 16 on the die, and then I gotta look at the modifiers.
Okay.
Because I know monks have high
Yeah,
intelligence.
I was about to say. It's only gonna be Claire, bro. What the fuck? It's fucked up.
That's
There's
There's
so
everyone else in this
sad.
room, okay?
That's so.
Other people in this room can get affected by this.
True.
Am I gonna get like?
You might get OTK'd.
I will say, with a 15 and 16 they save.
Okay.
Claire.
Hmm.
Here's what this looks like. This woman flies over holding on a hand, and boom, this giant blast of psionic energy radiates in a cone at you guys, like blowing up objects on its trajectory. It reaches all of you. The only one who's harmed by this is going to be Claire. You take
Oh god.
23 points of damage.
Okay.
And this is psychic damage.
Okay.
And you will lose your next turn, unfortunately.
Okay.
That is Daughter's only move, I believe. Tarr, you're up.
Damn.
Tarr goes booking it, jumps over like a front desk, makes it.
Okay, and I'm gonna attack her.
As you're attacking, because, combat happens in slow motion here, essentially, Nico looks to you. Were you able to find Flos?
No.
I forgot. She asked me for a teleportation circle. She was trying to get to the Crucible.
What? And that kind of infuriates Tarr even more, and he wants to get this fight over with ASAP.
Hell yeah.
So on the dice, I rolled a 19 plus 12. That's a 31.
31 to hit?
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah, that hits.
Hold on. I think it's 31. 19 to plus 12. Yeah, it's a 31 to hit.
Hell yeah. Okay. Roll damage for me. Claire goes, I'm mad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andrea.
It's okay. I'm not really mad.
It's no fun when you're sat there for a whole combat and you can't fucking do anything. It's just one round. I'm sure they won't end this in one round.
No, yeah. It'll.
That's 51 points
It'll
of
be
damage.
fine.
Hell fucking yeah. You run up to this mind flayer who is kind of just ignoring you, more focused on Severance, and then I think you, smack her in the jaw. Blood goes flying out of her nose. She gets up, you hit her again, in the chest. It knocks her back, and she gets up, flips her, tentacle out of her face, and looks at you infuriated. You said 50.
I got 51 points of damage, and that was just my action. So I get
I
a
can
bonus
make
attack.
custom conditions for damage? Holy shit, I didn't know that. That's huge. Okay.
I think Tar's gonna be a bit of an asshole.
Yeah.
And say, "Boo-hoo, your mom died," and knee her in the head.
Does he say that?
Yeah.
Give me that in character. Give me that dialogue.
Boo-hoo, your mom's dead.
Her eyes go wide. You then just knee her in the chest or the face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blood goes spewing out of her mouth.
And I think that is a nat 20.
Holy shit. Yeah, double that damage for me.
Okay. And the first one's maxed out, right?
Yeah. And then you'll double the all of it.
Oh, that is a really high roll. Oh my god. Would the bonus damage get doubled too, or no?
Yeah, like the total outcome is what's doubled.
Holy fuck. I just hit her for 194 damage.
Jesus fucking Christ! Okay, alright. Alright. I see how it is. Manage conditions. We're looking at... Please tell me I didn't close that.
Manage conditions. Bad.
No, fucking...
Bad
actually.
and or dead.
Oh, shit. Okay. Is that your turn, Tarr?
That is my turn.
She looks bad, by the way. It is now all the Fang's turns. Holy shit. 5, 10, 15. He's gonna jump. 20, 25. He will attack that guard. Actually, I'm gonna do movement and then attacks, because that's a lot of shit to do. Very slow. I know this is riveting gameplay for you guys. I know you're loving it.
No, yeah, how could you tell?
Bro. Oh my god. I'm having a chill time, even though I got stunned for a round. It just be like that, you know?
Yeah.
I'm just chilling here.
Just chilling.
Fun fact.
I'm just
these
watching.
guys- Holy shit.
I'm the
they need
audience.
to actually go this way. I'm fucking stupid. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 5, 10, 15. Who else? Fuck. I wasted their movement. That's okay. Alright. You guys notice 2 Fang agents ignore the fight and they appear to be looking for something. It's now their attacks. We get 1, 2, 3 on Amara. You guys don't even know her fucking name yet. It's a miss. It's a miss. That's a hit. 1. Yeah, the Fang guy on the left just like goes to stab her in the stomach and he's successful and she takes a point of damage. Who else can attack? I guess none of these guys are like in range of you. Okay. That is the Fang's turn. Severance. You're up.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to run forward and jump over Tarr and get her in the back. And then when I land is shoot this guy. Can I do that?
Yeah, so you jump off of Tar's back, down into the Mind Flayer, hit her, and then pull over and shoot the Fang guy.
Yeah.
100%. Absolutely.
5, 10, 15. Pop over. I hit her. Let me... That is 15 plus 13, so 28.
28 hits. Roll damage for me.
Okay, time to do so much math right now. Okay. That-
Austin, I did make a mistake.
Mhm.
It was 124, not 194.
Oh shit,
Oh
okay.
my god! And I fucking do a fear effect
That's
on
fine.
her too! Oh my
Holy
god, this
shit,
is so
okay.
big.
So that puts
So,
her
okay.
at... Because what was the discrepancy there? It was 124, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
Instead of 194, I accidentally put an extra. I did the math wrong. Is what happened.
Okay, let me fix this. I'll keep it in my notes.
Okay.
That puts her here. Okay. How much damage did you deal, Severance?
I'm going to see right now, because isn't she also like a humanoid? Which
She
would be
is, yeah.
considered Okay, so then that is plus 1d4. What other damage do I do? Okay. So let me do my base damage first, and then I then have to add my slashing. So then that is...
Claire's like, finally, I can get in there and do my cool shit. And then fucking...
Oh.
The
That is-
psionic blast of evil.
That is
It's
109 damage.
109 damage, holy fucking shit. Here's what I think
And-
happens. I think you... No, go ahead, sorry.
I do the fear effect, and it'll be 25 bleeding damage for however
She's
many-
feared.
for 3 rounds.
Fear means she has to move away from you as well.
Mm-hmm.
She has to use her whole fucking turn to do that. Okay. Hell yeah. So, and then how much bleeding damage?
25 each round.
Okay.
For 3 rounds.
Got you. Holy fucking shit. Here's what
Okay.
happens. You jump off of Tarr. You cleave your weapon down. It clean, like, cuts her right arm off. It flumps to the ground. And she goes, ah! And just, like, starts screaming. She then turns and looks at you, Severance. You killed my mom, and now you're gonna kill me!
She just coldly stares at her. And as she coldly stares at her, I'm gonna kill this guy.
Oh yeah, you draw your weapon?
That is... What is... 26? Does 26 hit?
Yeah, more than. Roll damage.
Alright, then that is... How much does my gun do? Okay. So that is 10d12.
Also-
That is 75 points.
Hell yeah, he's more than dead. Your gun just obliterates his skull and he falls over. Just to clarify.
Then I wanna...
Sorry.
Oh wait,
go ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say I am resistant to necrotic leeching and corrosive damage.
Okay, good to
since
know.
I'm wielding it.
Andrea, do we need to end at 8 for you?
I don't think so as of right now.
Okay, hell yeah. So we can run a little later if we need to.
Yeah, I think we can probably run until 9.
Hell yeah, that's good. That's very good news. Okay. I believe that's your turn, right, Severance?
I'm trying to see.
Okay.
Yes. That is
Okay. That brings us to Zik. Zik, what do you do? Gee, how come Tristan gets 3 player characters? That's kind of fucked up.
Because I'm a savage and I can't move in.
Oh, that's good. Make public. Make public. Nobody do anything funky or weird with the made God fucking damn it.
Zick.
He's copying his master right now.
He's like, look, I can do it too.
Look, Dad.
He's gonna run up to this one.
Oh yeah.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So that is 7 damage on the first one.
Hell yeah.
That is like a 23.
That hits.
And then that is 10 damage.
Okay.
That is another 23.
Dead.
Well, no, that's the hit.
Sorry. Yes, the hit.
That is another 10 points of damage.
Okay, now he's dead.
Okay.
Zik runs up. I think he just like kicks him in the head. The guy's body just like flumps over onto the ground.
Hellio.
It is Amara's turn. You guys see Amara looks to you, and she says, fuck, here we go. Y'all must be the adventurers Nico told me about. You see, as she talks, one of these giant purple astral fists just goes flying forwards and punches one of these weird brain things. That definitely hits. That's enough damage. This giant purple astral fist just squashes this thing like a bug and covers her in gore. It's a pleasure to meet y'all. I'm the head of the sister location. My name's Amara.
What? Say that again.
God fucking damn it. It is Camilla's turn.
I think Camilla's gonna run up to this one. If that's enough movement. It should be.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. And she's just gonna do the same thing, just beat the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
I can't believe they have a +8 to hit. That's kind of crazy. That's 8 damage on the first one.
Yep.
That's a nat 20 for Camilla.
Oh yeah?
So 8 plus 4. That's 24 points of damage.
Dead.
I think she's still gonna swing at him while he's
Oh, yeah,
dead.
absolutely.
For
It
this
auto
next
hits.
one. Okay. Yeah. So she just uses her next
yeah.
one to hit.
So Camilla just goes over, like, beats this guy in his pressure points. He's killed immediately, and then she just starts, like, bashing his skull in.
Yep. With the staff.
Oh, yeah.
She takes her staff off and smacks him.
Is that her turn?
Yes.
Got you. Nico is up. You see Nico takes a free attack on fucking Piss Pants Baby Mind Flayer. You see he actually, like, draws, like, brass knuckles out of his, like, furry coat and just, like, socks her in the face. That's good. And she takes some damage from this. She looks more afraid of Severance than anything else right now. That brings us to Claire's turn. Claire, you actually have your turn this time. Isn't that nice?
Oh my god.
What would you like to do?
Okay. Who else? Let's see. If I use my Gunzerk, could I hit these two guys that are right here? Like, the ones that are right next to Zik and Camilla?
You can hit anybody that you want while you're in Gunzerk.
Okay,
as
I'm
long as
gonna
it's
hit.
in the range of your guns.
Okay,
Oh, you mean
I'm
these
gonna.
guys in the armor?
Yeah.
Those are friendlies.
Oh, those are friendlies? Oh.
Yeah.
Claire goes, I want to shoot my buddies in the back of the head.
Oh,
You could like,
okay.
I'm pretty sure you can even shoot up to here, like back here. Like guns
to-
range are like 120.
Ridiculous.
I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, wow.
Also,
okay.
I would recommend you be inside the building before you do any shooting.
Oh, okay. So.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
Behind 3/4 cover gives you advantage. I'm kidding.
True.
20, 25. Okay, I guess I could hit these two Fang guys.
These guys here.
Yes.
Okay. So, Claire,
Yeah.
are you gunzerking?
Yes, I am.
Fuck yes. What two guns are you drawing out?
I am drawing out my elephant shotgun and the Blowback Supreme.
So you draw two shotguns, one in each hand, and you proceed to blast these motherfuckers. Go ahead and roll to hit twice for me. And let me check Gunzerk.
Do I
I know
pick
you
the
get-
highest one?
You'll take both. Because you're hitting
take
per
both.
target.
Okay.
Let me check Gunzerking really quick. Because this fucking rules, I won't lie. You fire both
Okay, I
as
got
one
a
action.
22.
22, that hits.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay, and then I have to...
Roll the damage of the first gun.
The first gun. Okay, let me get all my...
And we'll say that's attacking the guy on the left.
Okay, hold on.
Guys, Claire's having an awesome moment. How do we feel?
I'm excited.
I'm so happy. This is so
Wait,
awesome.
I have to do a lot of math now. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Just use a calculator.
And then don't forget, after you roll that damage, you can still spend a grip point to flip a coin and see if you get another attack.
Okay, so
If
wait,
you
I
want.
got the one for the first gun, and now I have to do the second gun, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
But make
Okay,
sure to
so-
roll your first gun's damage first before we move to that next attack. We'll do them, like, in order.
Okay, I got the first one, and now I have the second one as well.
Okay.
11, 12. Oh, and now and then I add those two together?
No. So,
No.
my thought
Oh,
was
so that's
that
the first one.
you're attacking the guy on the left with the, like, one of your
Right,
guns,
right.
and the guy on the right with a
Okay.
different gun, right?
Yeah. Hold on. I guess I will spend a grip point to use the ricochet.
Hell yeah. So what you'll do is you'll flip a coin, and I believe if
Okay.
it's heads, you get another attack. And if it's tails, you regain ammo.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna grab a coin. Does it matter what kind of coin it is?
It can be any coin, that's fine.
Okay. Oh god. Okay, it was tails.
Okay, so you'll just regenerate the ammo that you spent, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so no ammo is used. What does that damage look like for the first attack? And what does the
For
damage
the
look like
first
for the second?
one, the first one is 31.
Okay, so with the elephant shotgun, just Swiss cheeses this guy's chest, and he falls limp over.
And then
Yeah.
for the second one, I got 37.
Also, just obliterates this
Oh,
guy's
shit.
face.
Let's go.
Let's fucking go.
Is that your turn?
Maybe I'll just move this way, and then that's the end of my turn. Yeah.
It's the guard's turns. The first one draws a pistol, and he's going to fire at one of those little brain things. He misses like an idiot. It's the other guard's turn. He's actually going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Try to make an arrest. They're going to do a contesting roll. He actually gets him. He gets this guy in cuffs and pushes him down on one knee.
Restrained.
Hell yeah. It is now daughter's turn. Does she save at all, or is this like for a duration?
It's for duration.
Okay. So she just has to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh wait,
30.
she's moving away from me.
She's
She's moving away from me.
Yeah.
I get to attack her. I
Hell
get to
yeah.
attack her.
Hell yeah. As she like backs up in fear from you, you get to make a free attack.
That is a.
The pure fucking excitement in your voice.
I had to remember because I also took inhumane reflexes. So if someone hurts, like a player, I get to attack them as well.
Yeah.
And I kept forgetting.
Oh.
That is 21.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
I think as she like sidesteps here, Severance like whips around again and like slashes at her again.
Oh, yeah.
So I hit her, so that is, let me go see. That is 4d12. But I don't get the thing, so not ambidextrous. Do I get any? I mean, I don't still get. I'd leech again with this. Or does leeching stack? Did we talk about that?
I love it when things stack, so why the fuck not?
So that is 39 plus 25. Would I do the leeching from the 39?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
That would make sense. So 39 plus 12 plus 25. That is 76 points of damage.
76. Oh my god. Severance, how would you like to kill her?
I think as she like backs away in like fear from me, she just with one swift cut cuts her head off.
Her head
Oh yeah.
falls to the ground and she's dead. As she dies, all of the tiny brains around the room just explode. That's all of them. These beasts in chains disappear into astral fire. It is only the Fang agents who remain. That brings us to Tarr's turn. Tarr, what would you like to do?
How tall is this wall?
It's maybe about 10 feet in height.
Do you think I could jump that?
Yeah, fuck it. Just roll athletics for me.
I am 9 feet tall. I can just pull myself
Yeah,
over
you could
it.
do that too. That's fine. Don't even roll for that then.
I think Tar's just gonna run and leap up here.
Okay.
And then I think that's enough movement, right?
Hell yeah.
That's just enough.
Hell yeah.
I think Tarr wants to suplex this guy off the ledge down here.
Hell yeah. Just roll brawn for me, I suppose.
Okay. So that's 16 on the die, and then plus 5, that's 21.
Hell fucking yeah. So yeah, you successfully suplex him. Go ahead and roll unarmed attack dice.
Okay.
Not attack, but like damage.
Okay. Uh, 38 points of damage.
Hell yeah. He's dead. You do him over the edge, right?
Yeah.
So I think you grab him, you throw him, and then he's pasted on the ground.
And that'll be my turn because I can't move.
It is the Fang's turn. How many of them are here?
I think there's 3 left.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. They are not fighting. They appear to all just be heading deeper into this place. Severance, it's your go.
Bring up a wall count for more movement.
You can. I think you can just do it. Fuck it. Tarr just did it. I think you're allowed to.
So, am I able to go here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Severance runs
So-
over, climbs up a wall, that whole shtick.
Like hops up the wall and directly it's like in front of this guy. She's gonna hit him with her blade.
Oh yeah.
That is a that was like a lower roll. That was a 4 plus 13, 17
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that damage or to hit? I'm sorry.
to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So that is 11d12. And is this a humanoid, would you say?
Yeah, 100%.
Plus 1d4. Then he does not get the fear effect. 69 points of damage. But then there
Let's
is...
go.
So he gets 89 points of damage.
Dead. Big dead.
And I'm gonna shoot this guy.
Hell yeah. So you just like cut this guy in twine, his body gored. The guy behind him, you can see his eyes wide and afraid.
And then to hit is a dirty 20.
Yeah.
And so that will be 10 d10. Wait. Oh wait, what the fuck was I? Okay, that is 10d12. Anything else I do here with that? Okay. 62 points of damage.
Also dead. The bullets just like pierce through him, and he's knocked back into this wall and dies as well. Is that your turn, Severance?
Yes.
Zik is now up.
I need everyone in this bitch dead now.
No, actually.
So he's still on his knee, right?
Yes.
I think Zik, noticing that, he's gonna like help keep him stable.
Oh yeah. Zik runs on over, and he just tries to patch him up. Nico looks to him. You're doing great, kid. I hope you know that. I hope you know that I see how hard you try. I appreciate it. And he like puts a hand on Zik's shoulder. Zik kind of like gives him a stern nod.
Okay. And I think that would be his turn.
Okay. It brings us to Amara. She's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Her astral arms are summoned, and she tries to hit this Fang guy. It's a nat 1. It just goes like flying past him, and they kind of crash against the wall behind. I think she maybe breaks a window. Camilla is up. It looks like the only bad guy is the one that she just missed, right?
Yeah, but I think Camilla, she's only gonna attack once, but she's gonna run up and punch him in the face.
Hell yeah. Roll with
While
advantage
he's
for me.
restrained. I won't need it. Okay, I'll need it. That is a 21.
Got you. Yeah, that hits. Roll some damage for me.
Oops. I dropped the die. Let me use a different one. Oh boy, that's not good. That's 12 points of damage.
Oh my god. He's hurt pretty bad, and the guard kind of looks sternly at Camilla. It's Nico's turn. He kind of like pats Zik on the shoulder, and he goes 5, 10, 15, 20. He kind of like is surveying the scene, looking around, trying to see what's going on, getting a better view of everything here. Claire, you're up.
Okay, the only two people left are these two guys in the.
Yes, and the one over by the
back,
guard
right?
is like handcuffed.
He's restrained.
Wait.
Camilla's just mad.
These two back
They're-
here?
I'm sorry?
Wait, which one's restrained? That one?
There's
The one by the front of the
here,
door.
And then there's one in the back who's still alive.
Oops.
Oh, okay, I see. I'm gonna go 5.
Double barrel. Just blast
Can I shoot both of these guys at the same time?
Oh, do you want to just shoot this guy?
Who is this?
This
Is
lady?
this Amara?
Yeah, that's Amara, yeah.
Yeah, that's our teammate.
Oh my god, I keep thinking
I
they're
try
teammates.
to make sure friendlies have green outlines.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna. Okay, then I'll just shoot the Fang guy with my shotgun.
Oh yeah, do you want to shoot
Yeah,
him
I'll
twice?
Or shoot him twice.
I feel like it's a little overkill.
Yeah, but it's awesome.
No, I'll shoot him once,
Okay.
but I'll use my, what is it called? My
Ricochet?
rickshot?
Yes,
Yeah.
ricochet. Yeah, where you flip a coin and if it's heads, you shoot again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll to hit first.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 17.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll that damage for me.
5d12, right?
What? Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Fine.
god. Poor
Okay.
guy.
Okay. So. Sorry, I have to do math now. Okay, that was 32 points of damage.
He's dead.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Ricochet through his body.
The gun just like fires and like splinters his brain, and he's painted on the back of the wall. And that's combat. Or it should be.
Oh,
The doors, the front doors, blast open. This dark wisp of smoke flies into the room and lands right next to Nico. We see a figure we all recognize too plainly. That masked figure in green robes. And
Lord.
we hear him say, "If you want something done right, you must do it yourself." As he appears, he grabs Nico in his hands. We watch as the life is drained from Nico's body. His body falls limp. Yandril's grasp loosens. Nico's body falls to the ground. We are still in initiative. What do you guys do?
Can I shoot him?
Who is initiative? I believe it's the guard. I think as this guy shows up, both guards draw their pistols and start firing, and they just pang, 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 pang off of Noctis, or Yandril's armor. That brings us to Tarr.
Hold on, I need a second, bro. What the fuck?
Nico's just fucking dead? What the fuck?
Wait, who just died?
Oh, Nico just died.
Yeah,
Bruh, what the hell?
Holy shit.
Fatty down, bruh.
I guess in a blind fit of rage, Tar's gonna use Monster Mash
Oh, yeah?
and grow to 18 feet.
Yeah. Tarr grows large.
And he's gonna leap and land on Ambrose.
Absolutely.
Why did you sigh?
No, to go ahead. You
Okay.
jump, you leap over on him. I guess roll. I'm not entirely sure. Just an unarmed attack, I guess, right?
Okay. That is 31.
31. So here's what happens. Tarr, you leap over onto him. I think your physicality, what happens is you land down, and I think he, like, just grabs your paw, like your front paw. And he looks you dead in the eye. And he says to you, "I should have killed you a long time ago, Kageyama. Letting you live was a mistake." Do you have anything else you can do on your turn?
I can make a second attack.
Yeah, fucking go for it. If you want to make another attack on him.
So he has my paw, right?
Yeah.
Is he using both arms to hold it?
He's
or
just using one arm. He's using, like, his right arm.
Fuck! Okay, I want to kick his legs out from under him.
I won't even have you roll to hit. You go to kick his legs from out from under him, and your leg just like bashes against the side of his, and it seems to have no effect.
Even though I overcome resistance. I'm kidding. I know it's immunities.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is an immunity, and not a resistance, Tarr. I'm sorry. That brings us to the Fang agents who don't exist. The one in cuffs, is like going to try to make a brawn check to break free, and he doesn't do it, but he's like struggling to get out. It is now Yandril's turn, with Tarr in his grip, and he speaks to you, Tarr.
There was a time when I warned you, all of you, to stay out of my way. When I reached out to Claire and told her to make a choice. Your choice is clear.
Tarr, I need you to... Let's see here. What can we do? A million fucking things. Let's see if this hits. I have to do math, sorry. There's a 22 hit, Tarr.
Just barely. Fuck.
Man, I'm glad I got that dice earlier.
Um.
Damn.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Tar's getting beat the fuck up back again.
No.
He just got okay. He's been okay for 1 hour.
He just wants to protect you guys.
Tarr. You feel your life force being sucked dry from you and
Oh my
enforcing this creature. You see these tendrils of red, blood being drawn out of you as you take 40 points of damage.
Oh, that's not too bad.
He lets go of your
Not bad
paw.
at all.
As he lets go of you, he turns into a wisp again and begins to move. He lands over next to Amara. He says nothing to her. He just looks down at her in anger, and then turns and looks over at Claire in anger as well. Severance, it is your go.
Okay. So I asked this because I know he's a sire vampire. So, and you know, I have been reading her Sigic language, and I already kind of remembered this off the top of my head. So with vampires, if you stick them with a stake, they're unable to move. They're pure blood vampire. Right?
Traditionally, yes.
Okay. So I have wooden, like, torches in my bag. Would I be able to just
That just
use one of
scared me.
those?
I think that would be really cool if you drew out one of those torches, maybe took an action to sharpen it, and then used that to stake him.
Okay. So can I do that real quick?
Absolutely. Severance draws one of these torches, you like cut a chunk of it off using your weapon, and that
Oh,
will
yeah.
count as your action.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get closer though. I'm at least gonna get behind Claire so I can help
Oh yeah.
do bonus to protect her.
That brings us to Zik.
Can I also note I was trying to do that sneakily and I'm hiding the stake.
Yeah,
in my
absolutely.
cloak?
That's more than fine. Tristan?
What's up?
It's Zik's turn.
Oh, right.
Hmm.
Sorry, I was editing my health to take damage. So monks do have 40 feet of movement. Because I know this is what Zik would do.
Yeah. Oh shit. Okay.
Does he
All right.
have a grasp on her?
No, he does not. It just looks like he moved there, turned back into a corporeal form, looked at her angry, look at Claire angry.
Froze the looker, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I should probably remove Nico from initiative now that he's dead, right?
Oh.
If I shove someone, does it do damage?
I don't entirely know, actually. We've never really played
I
with shoving.
think if
Because
you
I
shove
kind of
them,
want to just shove her out of the way.
I think you could. I
Angela.
think it's fine.
if you shoved
Okay,
her
I
into a
think-
wall, it would probably just be like 1d whatever the LP is.
So,
So
we'll
he's
just
gonna
say,
put her
because I want to
5 feet.
allow it.
That's just if you shove her into like a wall or something.
So Zik runs forward, moves her out of the way. He's face to face with Yandril, or Noctis, however we want to refer to him as. And Yandril looks at Zik. And he actually speaks to him as he approaches.
You're just a child. Stay out of my way. You don't need to throw away your life.
What does Zik say in response?
Zik looks pissed. I think maybe he's silent.
But that used his action. He only gets one action, but it's multi-attack.
That brings us to Amara. She stands aside, and she looks at Zik, like, proudly, like, with a smirk, and she says, "Don't worry, darling, my astral soul's got this handled." And, like, a flurry of blows from these ethereal fists begin hounding Yandril, and none of them seem to affect him. And then her eyes go wide, and her smile fades. That brings us to Camilla.
I think she just piles next to Tarr.
Okay. That would then bring us to Claire.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of turn to look at Yandril and try to talk to him.
Yes, hell yeah.
Why are you doing this?
I'm here for the one thing that can free my people. Free you. Free all of our kind. They were warned. All of them. I told them to stay out of the way and they didn't listen. This is the cost of their inaction.
You don't have to hurt these people.
I will only hurt them if they stand in the way of my destiny. Do you understand that, Claire?
Claire just kind of gives like an angry look and says, "Well, clearly I don't, and I like try to shoot him."
Right before you shoot him, he says,
I sought you out. The two of us could have freed this place.
go ahead and, I don't even need you to roll to hit. How many shots are you firing off on him?
I am going to shoot 3 shots.
Bang, bang, bang! Just like tearing his cloak apart, but not hurting him. You see the indents of your bullets in his like iron armor. He stares at you for a moment and then turns away. The guards also just keep firing. Ping, 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 ping! Nothing happening. That brings us to Tarr.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. So I think Tar's gonna be. Fuck. Kind of want to call out towards Ambrose and tell him that I know what will kill him, and then run out the door and see if he follows. Oh, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Hey, Ambrose.
He turns to you but doesn't say anything.
I know where to get something that'll kill you,
Uh,
and I'm gonna run out the door.
does he believe you? What would he do in this instance? He looks off into like this direction, then he looks back at the door, tilts his head for a moment, and it's his turn, right? If that's all Tarr has going on, right?
Yeah.
He proceeds to actually make it. Turning into black smoke, he goes flying, passing past Severance, by the way.
Yes. So I get to roll the hit, right?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Actually, don't even roll the hit, because it's not going to damage
Well-
him. But what's
well-
going to happen is he leaves in his black smoky form, and you baseball hit him. Poof, that black smoky ink goes flying this direction, redirecting him. He turns back into his mortal corporeal form, and he does not look happy about it. How much movement does he have left? I guess he can still run. He goes 15. He can go 20, 25, 30. Damn. He just starts running. That brings us to your turn, actually, Severance.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said he's wearing iron armor, right?
Yeah, he has like this iron armor and these green robes over it and that iron mask that hides his true identity. You guys know, in this form he's Noctis, but he is underneath D'Angelo Ambrose.
So technically, if I try to stab him with the wooden stake, it would just break with the armor, right?
Probably. You would have to get under his armor, I would imagine.
Yeah.
So is there a way I could like forcibly tear the front part of his like iron?
So we
What?
have a thing in Reliance called breaking CB, and it's a beautiful
Right.
little mechanic. I would suggest doing that if you want to get through his armor.
Okay, would I be able to do like my ambidextrous thing with that, since the wooden stake would be?
I believe there are special rules for breaking CB that are not your normal stuff. Give me one moment. Let me see if I can find it. Smashing CB. You choose to attack the CB directly. You roll to attack normally, needing to break CB to deal damage. When attacking CB, it can only ever be lowered to a minimum of 10. When you deal damage to break CB, take only 1d8% of the damage dealt. So it would be... How does ambidextrous work?
Ambidextrous means I can make 2 like attacks.
So you would make 2 attacks, but still only taking a d8%. And that's if you hit. And you have to break above the CB to hit. To smash CB. So, like, if you're...
Okay.
Yes, it did get nerfed, Connor. So, like, if someone's CB is 14, you have to roll a 15 in order to smash their CB. Does that make sense?
So I couldn't even roll a 16?
You could. Sorry, 15 or higher.
Okay. But, so I would have to use both those attacks to do CB.
Yeah.
That's dumb. Okay, I guess I'll still try it. Okay. Severance, I guess I'm just gonna spend this whole turn breaking his CB since I can't do much else.
Well, if the first attack breaks through, you can then try to stake him if you'd like.
Okay, because that's what I was asking.
Yeah, no, you don't have to, like, force both of them to be that. Like, if they're 2 separate attacks, you can do as you like.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay.
Like, the first attack is CB, and then the second attack could be damage, right? Is
Yes,
that
yeah.
what you're saying?
100%.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so since it's ambidextrous, I do get all my stuff. But I wouldn't count leeching for part of that, right?
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll to hit.
Oh yeah. Let's hope you roll enough.
Does a nat 20 work?
A nat 20 does in fact work because it's a nat 20.
I don't know, man. I think we need to
So-
hit an 800.
Go ahead and roll your damage as normal, and then after that, you roll a d8, and then you'll take that percentage of the damage to his armor. But this is gonna do what you want it to do.
If I say I rolled, if I did my d8 first and I just rolled an 8,
That's 8% of whatever the damage you roll.
so let me. So that is. Let me double check. That is 11d12, and then one. So I'll just do 10d12 since the first one's maxed.
Oh yeah, and then it'll be doubled because you get a nat 20, right? It still crits.
So 75 plus 12 times 2, then 0.8 of that. Wait, what was that? So 174, then 174, then 8% of that.
13. Well, we can round up to 14, right?
Okay, yeah.
So what is... If his shit is this, minus this... Congratulations, you have dropped his CB down to the lowest it can be, which is 10.
So can I hit him
Oh.
with the stick now?
Oh,
So here's what happens.
damn.
You, like, leap in front of him, and he does not look happy. I think, like, you can see him roll his eyes beneath his mask, and he, like, kind of tilts his head. And you, like, grab his chest piece, and then smash it with your weapon, and his eyes go wide. Then you draw your stake.
Do I have to roll to plunge it into his chest?
Yes! Roll a one-handed for me. You gotta beat 10.
Well, my first roll is a 15 plus a 13, so that's 28.
Hell fucking yes. Here's what happens. This is actually huge. The stake plunges into his chest, and he kind of lets it out. Ugh! It looks, and then, like, he goes to, like, move forward, and he's not able to.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
Combat?
Combat isn't over. Unless everybody wants to skip their turns up until his. Which I doubt.
Wait, is he still able to move?
He's gonna do something on his turn.
Bro.
How is he able to do something?
Do you want to find out?
Sure.
Me when everything I do doesn't work.
Well, it did work. It did work. That's the thing. Zik, Amara, Camilla, Claire, Guard. Do you guys have anything you want to do on your turns? I guess just moving, right? 'Cause you
I
can't really
do.
kill anybody. Oh, I guess, yeah, okay. So, what does Zik do?
I think Zik just kind of stands guard in front of her.
Okay. Amara doesn't do anything. What does Camilla do?
I think she's just gonna sit where she is,
Okay.
honestly.
Does Claire do anything?
I think I'm just gonna take an LP potion, maybe.
Hell yeah, definitely do that. Let's say that gets you to full, Claire.
Well, okay, and then that's all I'm gonna do for my
Okay.
turn.
Guard doesn't do anything. Tar, what do you do on your turn?
I'm gonna run back in, and I'm gonna yell at Ambrose. You think I don't know what it is? It's a blade blessed by a Celestian, and its location is in the Crystal Isle. I have people going to get it right now.
Roll deception.
Oh, I dropped that one off the table.
Crystal Isle is wild, by the way. Like, that place, you cannot get there.
Yeah. Deception. Where is it? That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I rolled a 19.
Severance, you're close enough. You see the reaction of fear on his face, but he almost like has to snap himself back into lock the fuck in. Is that your turn, Tarr?
Yeah.
It's Fang Agent's turn. They don't get one. Okay, it is now Yandrill's turn. I know Lucas is gonna be like, "What the fuck?" You see, he's able to move his arms, and from inside of his cloak, he pulls out this glowing red vial. You've all seen these vials multiple times now. We've seen these. You recognize them. He smashes it with his hand. This glowing red energy, intertwined with black glowing energy, sucks into him. He grabs the stake with his left hand, pulls it out, and drops it. He looks to Severance, and he says,
You fail to realize I'm more than just a vampire now, Severance. I'm a god.
He is then going to use his movement, trying to get away from Severance. You do get a free attack on him. And he's just going to try to leap over this barrier down the stairs.
Okay, well I do attack him.
Oh, yeah.
With the
Would I
stake.
actually just be able to grab him and throw him back like this way? Or like this way?
If you want to try to grapple him, just do a brawn for me, yeah.
Okay.
And he'll have to roll brawn as well. I think he actually has a really good brawn. Let me double check. Yeah, he has good shit.
Does a dirty 20 work?
A dirty 20 is not enough. For reference, he rolled
Down.
a 25. He goes down, and he exits down the stairs.
Man, that is some fucking bullshit, bruh.
Yeah?
It is, but it's fine. We'll have our chance.
Yeah.
Actually, he's not a pure vampire.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's a god.
Well, he says that bullshit. Severance, it is your turn.
I guess I'm going to jump after him.
Guys, did we figure out what the blood rot does yet?
It like
oh, wait.
gives you like
Clear.
I don't. That's what he drank, right? He drank the blood rot.
He didn't even drink
But
it.
it
He
makes
just
you
like
immune.
smashed it. Oh, this is the wrong room.
It makes you immune to stakes, guys. And
He
you're
what?
somehow still able to move your arms. Wow. Even though you can't walk.
Severance, you find yourself in this large sort of hall with a couple magic items in cases. Across the way, there is a large pedestal, and sitting on it, there is a floating black obsidian stone. What do you do on your turn?
Is this gonna be one of those things where he gets it either way?
I don't know, man. He's an immortal fucking vampire with crazy ass bloodshed.
So yeah.
What would you like to do, Severance?
Right. Okay, well, can I shoot him and then, like, tackle him and do my cleaver?
So I don't need you to roll for the attacks. I need you to roll to tackle him. So I'll need another strength check from you.
Does a 23 work?
A 23 does. So you fire this shot, it just like hits the back of his head. Then you jump on top of him. He's like pinned under the ground. You take your cleaver, you try to like cut into his shoulder, and it does nothing. It just like bounces off of him. And he like looks at you.
Wait. Oh, fuck. Could I actually change what I was... Or, no,
Yeah.
it wouldn't work either
No, it's
way.
okay. He looks at you.
Because he would just break out of it, so...
When will you learn that this fight is inevitable, Severance? There is nothing you can do to stop me from attaining my fate.
I still must try.
That brings us over to Zik. The dead
I
body's
think
moving.
Zik's gonna follow Sev.
Hell yeah. Severance, you see Zik appear behind you.
And then... So, Ambrose is on the ground, right?
Yes, Severance has him tackled.
I think Zik is gonna help restrain him.
Hell yeah. How does he do this?
So I'm assuming you have him tackled at the waist, right?
More like near the like topper half of his body, like near his like shoulder area, I think. Or
Okay.
maybe Pit like trying to hold his arms with like one hand.
Okay, then Zik's gonna come down here and hold down his legs. And kind of just like use all of his might to hold down.
Hell yeah. Roll a
Amber's
strength
leg.
check for Zik, please.
Okay. Oh, that was a nat 20.
Nat 20 works. He's holding him down. I think like Yandril is shaking his leg. That brings us to Amara. Amara, clearly things are kind of handled with you guys, and she goes 5. She like runs past. She appears to be running over to like Nico's body. Is where she's like looking. It is Camilla's turn.
Oh boy. What would she do right now? I have an amazing idea.
Yeah.
But it's gonna use Tarr's well, no, I can't do that. That's cheating. I think she's just gonna run up to her. That should have been enough. Yeah. And that'll be her turn.
Okay. All right. Let's move to Claire. Claire, what's the plan? What are we doing?
Let me see. 5, 6, 7, 8. Can I follow where Severance went?
Yeah. You can follow down the stairs. You see the two of them tackling Yandril.
Can I also help them
Yeah, absolutely.
tackle?
Or can Severance use a free action
Yeah.
right now? She turns to Claire when she walks in. Stone. As he said, that's like clearly what he's going for.
Yeah, you see down the hallway on this pedestal this floating obsidian stone.
So
As you say that, he's actually going to talk to Claire here.
Claire, if you understand what that is, you know why I need it. Our people can walk in day. Can you imagine a world where we're free? I can create a new future for our kind. We never have to live in fear again.
He's saying this to me like outspoken or like in my
Yes,
head
to you, like at you,
at me.
like out loud.
Out loud, okay. So when Severance said stone, that basically means like I have to go get it, right?
yeah.
Okay. I kind of just ignore him, and then I start heading towards
Towards the
this
stone.
up
Okay.
here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It is guards don't fucking do anything. Tarr, what do you do?
I don't have enough movement, but I want to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Get
Start
up
heading that way.
25, 30, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It then becomes Yandril's turn.
I'm also now small.
He has to get free here. What can he do? Oh, holy shit, okay. He just turns into his mist form and is out of your guys' grasp.
I
He
figured.
reforms. He then looks to the two of you. He looks over his shoulder and notices Claire is approaching the stone.
Oh wait, he left me again.
He did. I think you can attack him. In his misty form. We've established it's like just hitting a baseball at that point.
Would I be able to? Are these actual windows? or
Those are
no?
actual windows, yeah. So,
Right?
do you want to hit him through that
Can I-
window?
Can I like knock him outside?
He goes flying outside in this mist form. You hear a loud groan. You have bought yourself some time. Severance, it's your turn now.
Okay. Is he still in his mist form?
He's no longer in his mist form. Once he hit a tree outside, he transformed back. I think you can see him getting up out there, shaking it off.
Is he bleeding?
No.
Is he still covered in the blood rot?
I will say, when you saw the blood rot, he absorbed it.
So there's no blood on him at all.
No.
God fucking damn it, bruh. Okay. I mean, what can I
Where
do?
is he?
Oh, can you not see the outside that he's outside?
Oh, I can now.
Hello. Goodbye.
He's just right outside.
Goodbye.
I was going crazy for a second.
I guess I'll do. Am I able to?
Dash.
That is full. Yeah, that
Yeah.
is a full action,
100%.
right? Okay, well,
so
I'd
that
be able
takes
to
your
make
action.
it here.
You approach. You see some dwarven runes on this strange black obsidian stone. There is an inscription, a plaque, and it just says Moonstone, unknown origin.
Okay.
It's Zick's turn. What is he doing here?
So Zit can dash too, so he can move 80 feet. He's gonna dash and sit right next to Sev.
Hell fucking yeah.
Oops. Sorry, I have no mouse pad.
That brings us to Amara, who is going to Nico. 5, 10, 15, 20. She just runs over to his body and holds it in her hands. Camilla, what does Camilla do?
Oh. I forgot I had to zoom out. I think Camilla follows to try and stay near her or protect her.
Oh yeah.
Even though she doesn't need it.
Right. That brings us to Claire. What would you like to do, Claire?
I guess I'll inspect over here too, see if I can be of any help.
Okay. Yeah, you see the same thing. You see this floating stone with dwarvic runes. I think they're gold etched into this obsidian. If you guys want to look closer, I guess any of you can roll investigation now if you want.
What?
Severance-
And you said the stone is floating?
Yes, yeah.
How big is the stone?
It
Can-
is
could-
maybe about the size of God, half the size of a football, maybe.
Oh, so
Okay.
it's small?
Yeah.
I mean,
And
half the size of football
I
is
will
still
say-
pretty
It's
large.
like a
It's still
size of a
Yeah.
regular crystal ball.
I think that you can tell that there are these jagged edges, almost like it's been broken off from a complete hole.
Could one of us, could any one of us pick it up and hold it?
Sure.
If we were?
If you want to grab it, Claire. As you touch
Is
it,
it from.
Okay.
do you grab it, Claire?
Yeah.
As you hold it in your hands, it thrums with this energy and power. Boom. It doesn't seem to really do anything else.
Can I use a bonus action to talk?
Sure, go ahead.
You have to get that out of here.
Where do I. What do you mean?
If he gets it, we don't know what he can do. But you could turn into bats, right? Then you would.
Yeah.
I will say there was a
whenever-
giant fucking convenient fuck off window.
She glances up the window and glances back at Claire after what she said.
Okay. I kind of just look at Tarr and Severance, and then I walk over to the window. I open it, and I turn into a swarm of bats, and then I leap through the window.
Claire, you throw the window open. Take one last look at Zik and Severance.
Oh yeah.
The moonstone goes in your inventory, in your bag. You chuck it in, turn into a swarm of bats. Do you leave?
I leave.
Flying out into the dark Valhaven sky. We will meet up with you later, Claire. All right. Claire is no longer in initiative. The guards do fucking nothing. Tarr, you're up.
Okay. So Tar's gonna run through there.
Tarr, you come down here and see two things. You see the window immediately to your left, broken. Yandril standing outside by a tree, pissed off. You see Severance and Zik standing at a pedestal, and this window over here open. Claire is nowhere to be seen.
Okay, I'm gonna use the remaining movement, the 15, and then I'm gonna dash. Oh.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll get right here. I didn't know that was an option. I'm not gonna lie.
So, is there anything you do on your turn, Tarr?
And I use my action to dash.
Okay. It is now Yandril's turn. You guys see this black wisp of smoke reappear in the room, turns corporeal, and he looks pissed. He sees the stone is gone, he sees Tarr, and he says, "What did you do?"
I just got here.
Severance just readies her weapon.
Heap actually is going to point at Severance. I need you to make a common sense check for me.
Do I common sense? Let's see.
What's his DC?
84.
Does it list his DC? Am I fucking stupid?
I got an 18.
Okay, I have to find his spell save DC. Bear with me. Hold on.
He points at Silver, gives her a headache, and she goes, "Ow, ow, ow! My head!"
Oh my god.
It's gonna be more than a headache.
It's 8 plus prof plus spellcasting ability. Okay, so what does Bro have? Okay, and what'd you roll? I'm sorry.
I got 18.
What is my spellcasting ability modifier?
It's your whatever the class is.
Oh, Severance. Bro got a 19.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Add a +8 to your roll real quick. It's okay.
What?
Okay.
Wait, you got a 17, Severance?
I got an 18.
Oh, 18,
And
he
he
got a
had to beat a
19.
19. His DC is
Oh.
19.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm waiting.
So, Floss's, the bracelet, I
Holy
can add a
shit.
+1 to any if I roll once per day. Can I add a +1?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Also, technically, I keep forgetting, another part of my armor gives you a buff, so
Hell
that's
yeah.
actually a 30-20.
There was this energy of domination and charisma that comes over you as he points his finger at you. You can hear his voice echoing throughout your head, telling you to fight your friends. But then something resolute deep within you knows that you and your friends are the only thing that stand between this monster and this city, and you will not turn on them. That's his turn. It is now Severance's turn.
Okay. We can't really fight or do much else right now. I'm assuming, like, looking out this window, is it a long drop?
No, this is like
here?
actually ground level.
Oh,
Because the
ground
stairs went
level.
down. You guys walked up some stairs to get to the entrance of the sister location. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Severance stands her ground, but she says to Tarr and Zik, "You both need to get out of here."
Okay. Is that Severance's turn?
She's not gonna run at. Yeah, that's. You know what? I'll just shoot him.
Okay,
Just
yeah.
to
Just
do
bang!
it.
It like fires off some of his armor. Like I think a piece of his chest plate breaks, or like his shoulder breaks. That leads us to Zik. Does Zik do anything?
Zik's gonna turn and nod to Severance, and then he's gonna run and leap out the window.
Hell yeah. Amara is grieving because Camilla's helping her, right?
Yeah.
The guards do nothing. That brings us to Tarr.
I really am curious about these.
Yeah, about the
But-
magic items that are in cases just sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
If you want to know more, there appears to be some kind of like glowing map of the plains. There appears to be a small glowing green cannon. It's like a miniature cannon. There is an alarm clock that's glowing. And then over here, there's an additional like grandfather clock that's glowing.
Fuck, because I'm gonna have to flee, but I want to take one of them. Specifically, I want to take this one.
Oh, the miniature cannon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Tarr.
Will it
Okay,
take
yeah,
an action
yeah,
to break it?
Yeah, it would.
Will it take an?
It would for sure.
Oh!
We can always come
Alright.
back.
Wait, can't I punch it with a bonus action?
You can. You totally can, yeah. Tarr, you run over,
Yeah!
you just punch. You pull out this small miniature cannon. You see a glowing green button on its side.
Okay, and then I'm gonna use my 5 feet back, and then I'm gonna dash.
Oh yeah.
How do I fix that? Uh-oh.
What happened?
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Fuck!
Okay.
I'm scared.
It is his turn. Noticing that the stone is gone, seeing the two of you, you see he just like raises his right hand. A portal appears from behind him. He steps back into it, and then vanishes. The portal closes. That is the end of combat.
Okay.
Holy fucking
Tar's gonna
shit,
run down
guys.
and get the rest of them.
You're gonna just rob these magic items? I don't
Hmm.
have
Well,
stats
yeah.
for these yet. I'll get them to you after session, okay?
Okay. Well, I mean, the whole agency's just dead. Yay, my first quote!
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys do? And Claire, we will catch up with you momentarily.
Okay,
Severance
you're
is
fine.
actually gonna run out the same way and go look for Claire.
Okay. You guys all run outside. There's Camilla is okay. All right, we're gone. All the players are gone from this scene. Holy shit.
Yep.
Hide the sister
And
location.
I have 4 magic items.
Here's what happens. Claire. Through the streets of the city, through the rain, the thunder, lightning cracking in the distance, you find a single rooftop that overlooks an alleyway below. People go about their daily lives beneath as if something crazy hasn't just happened. You form back into your normal self. That strange obsidian stone humming in your hands. You can see below, down in the street, the rain, the passers-by coming through the crowd runs Severance and Tarr looking for you. You're about a good 30 feet up on a rooftop.
Could I? I yell out to them to try to get their attention.
Hell yeah. Tarr, Severance, you see Claire standing on a rooftop. There is like a small alleyway with some stairs and a ladder that goes to the rooftop.
I go up to Claire.
Oh yeah. You guys head up?
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Ow.
Have we? I guess we met up, huh?
Yes, all three of you are on the rooftop now.
Okay,
Rain pattering against your skin.
I kind of look at them both and say, "How did it go?"
By the time you were gone, he went through a portal and disappeared.
Well, I'm glad you all came out safe. Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna talk about the stone. So if you want to go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna give you the cannon.
Oh, give me the cannon.
Yeah.
I will have a stat block for those items after session because I thought of those on the spot.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a. Okay.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know. I
take
see you
that.
using guns, and
No,
I
yeah.
grabbed this.
I know what it does if you want to try it
Thank
out. It has a
you.
green button on it.
Like, try it right now.
Yeah.
Sure. We can try it right now.
You push the button, you throw it down, and it makes like a gigantic cannon.
Oh,
So it's just like a. Okay.
And then
the
there's another
pocket
button, and
cannon.
you press it, and it makes it tiny.
Oh. Okay.
Amazing!
Oh my god.
Wow!
Hell yeah. Okay. Thank you. And then I also pull out the moonstone, and then I show it to everybody else.
Yeah, you
Should we
guys all
break
see
it?
this sort of like broken chunk of rock that has like these golden dwarven runes all over it. A couple of them. When I say all over, I mean maybe 3. It thrums with power, and when you get close enough, you can hear it just kind of humming lightly.
Maybe Seamus would know something about this?
Maybe. Could we take it to him?
I think that'd be a good idea. Maybe leave it with him so Ambrose can't find it. Or maybe we should leave it back at Rudy's.
Yeah, we could take it to where it's probably the most safest.
Well, we should take it to Seamus first because
Yeah.
Rudy isn't here, and I don't want to just use his house.
She nods.
All right. We're gonna go take the stone to Seamus.
All right. Fuck yes. I've been waiting for this moment.
You're welcome, Austin. We also have the book in Dwarvish we can show him too.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Oh, the Dwarvish books.
Yes.
You
Oh,
guys
shit. Okay.
make it to a very homely blacksmith shop. And outside, working as hard as ever, this morning, selling a lot of things to customers. His usuals, his regulars. You have a nice day. And he hands them this giant, freshly painted shield. The soldier, like, smiles at him. Thank you, Seamus. And he goes about his day. He sees his favorite new customers approaching. Severance, oh, it's real good to see ya. And he, like, runs up to you, gives you a big bear hug. How you going?
It has been interesting today. We have something that we need help with privately.
Oh, privately, absolutely. Why don't you come inside my house? I live here in this shop. And he, like, grabs you by the hand, and he leads you inside. He takes you up this, like, rickety stairs that he has to pull down, helps guide you guys up into this very, like, ramshackle attic that's been turned into a home. You can see a couple of things here. A makeshift fireplace, this sort of, like, lush couch that's clearly been dragged out of the garbage, this gigantic bed that's way too long for him, on the wall, framed, there is a photo of what appears to be a handful of knights, one a female tiefling, and they appear to be maybe in the Infernal Empire. Seamus kind of like cleans up the place, and he says, "Oh, please feel free to make yourselves at home. Have a seat. Do you want any tea or drinks or anything?"
I'm alright, thank you.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Right. So, what can I help you with?
Is Claire still holding the stone?
Yeah, I pull it out again, but then I like put it on the counter.
Holy shit. Okay.
Severance leans over and she's like, the books as well, I think.
He looks at this stone. By the gods! He kind of like gently touches it, rotates it, runs his fingers across the runes. This can't be. And he puts it down, and he grabs the book, and he thumbs through it, looking at the bookmarked locations. It is. One of the moon shards. And he closes it. Where did you find this?
The sister location.
You mean from the Valhaven Occult Society?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you steal it?
No.
I mean, I've got no problem with theft. And he kind of-
Technically, we did.
Okay.
We are protecting it, technically.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. When I was a wee little boy, my father told me stories. We Dwarvenkin, we don't really have written history. Everything we have is either found in the wild, long forgotten, or told through tales long forgotten. And one of those tales is of the Dwargar, dark dwarves who turned against their own kind, sought shelter across the sea, banished for their leader forging a blade made of moon rock. It was said that any who wields the blade of moonstone could darken the skies forever. That the King Dwargar wanted a future for his people, one where they could live on the surface and not hide in mines like the rest of us. If those stories are to be believed, this is a chunk of that long-forgotten blade.
You're saying there's multiple chunks?
There's 3 of them, I believe, from whenever we were at the Maw. They were talking about it.
Mm.
Look, if you were looking to protect this, the Valhaven Occult Society is your best bet.
It just got stormed and everyone in there's dead.
Yeah.
Right. He kind of rubs his chin.
It also wasn't that well protected. It was sitting outside of any encasing and just in a room, floating. So it wasn't that protected.
Right.
She like scratches her neck a bit, saying
There
that.
wasn't even any guards in the room. Like it was just completely empty.
She nods.
He looks very, like, sad about that fact.
I'm sorry.
My people's history is avoided and disdained by most. You said this thing needs protected. Does that mean bad folks are looking for it?
She
Oh,
nods.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
If the old stories are to be believed, the old Dwargar came across the sea from modern-day Spire's Crest, made their way to what is now Sunwich. Of course, no historians have made enough archaeological digs or interest to ever look into it. But if bad folks are looking for this, that might be a start for them.
Severance almost looks like she thinks of something. Maybe we could take this to the Crucible and use it to trade for a celestial blade.
Oh,
Or
do you?
I can take the blade.
Take the
That way we
celestial
have.
blade?
I could try and steal it. That way we don't. That way we have the sword and the stone.
But we
Hmm.
targets if we have the stone. If we don't have it, or if it's somewhere safe that he can't find, that would also be a good thing.
But how will he know? I guess. Well, I guess he'll know we took the stone, huh?
But think about this. If we're targets, he'll come after us, and we have the sword, the one thing that can kill him.
Right.
We can bait him out.
She nods.
It sounds like you guys are leaving for Sunwich. There's a train that usually leaves about 10 a.m. most days.
But yes, we're needing to get there as fast as possible before
Yeah.
a gala in a couple days.
Look, I don't have much on me, but maybe it can buy you a couple of train tickets. And he hands you guys 400 green umber.
Yes. Okay.
Like 400 for each of us?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because the one person that was gonna get us the tickets is, well,
Oh. Yeah.
great idea. What time is it now?
I would say it's like 9 o'clock.
Like 9 p.m. or a.m.?
9 a.m. And the train
Oh,
leaves at
Oh.
10 a.m.
We
Hmm.
probably should get in a hurry then, I guess.
All right.
But thank you so much for your help, Seamus. We will see you again
Of course,
soon. Sure.
it sounds like you're fighting a big fight here. Another thing, if you don't mind, before you go, just skimming the second book you handed me. This looks like research on Mithril. And there's notes in the margins. Mithril hasn't been seen in hundreds of years.
I take out the one ball of mithril I kept and hand it to him.
His eyes go wide. He very gently, in his large, meaty hands, takes it from you, putting it at the center of his palm, and he looks up at you, bewildered. First you come to me with a stone that's from stories from my childhood. The kind of stories that Papa would tell me to make me shit my britches. And then you hand me Mithril?
I mean, we've
Severance
got
nods.
more of it.
You have more!
Yeah, except the other person that's with us took it and disappeared.
Right.
At the mention of Flos, Severance, like, more happier or, like, lighthearted demeanor just, turns more to bitter.
He looks at it, and he says, as much as I want to keep this, if you're going after those stones, you might need this. And he hands it to you, Tarr.
Okay.
Dwarven society, I mean, from what I could gather, this used to absorb magical essence. It was used in all sorts of machinery and wonderful wonders, miracles.
About that. The other ones are full of charge.
That's wild. I mean, once whatever this whole thing is you're dealing with, if you can bring me some of that mithril, I can make weapons and armor. Real dwarven armor. In today's world. And he kind of like smiles and lets out like a bit of a chuckle.
I'm not
I
one
don't
for
think-
armor, but I think you should make it for one of these two.
I think it would also be good to leave the book with you. I mean, we can't quite read Dwarvish.
Yeah, of course.
And I
I
think-
mean, I could
But
learn a thing or two from this.
she
Also-
does look at Claire for, like, permission on that.
He points
Oh.
at the other bookmark spot. It looks like this was some kind of soul lantern that can hold people inside of it. There's a note in the margin that says human trafficking.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
Uh,
fucked up.
I let Severance know that it's okay to leave the books with him.
Okay.
Why is that one of the bookmark pages?
You
The wall
found this book
cabinet.
in Yandrill's study.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
that makes sense.
Um, okay. So,
If you got a train to catch, you better be on your way.
right.
You said you need to be here before the gala, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Once you're back, come and see me, and I'll tell you what I've been able to figure out.
All right. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
sounds
Chief.
good.
I look forward to seeing you. I hope to consider y'all friends and not just customers. Be safe, please.
Thank you. Severance does a little like bow to him, like a curtsy.
He does a
and,
curtsy back.
Rushes out to go catch the train.
Okay.
Tarr does want to say one thing to Seamus.
Yeah.
Look, if you ever need like a bigger area to do your business, I've got a tavern. We can build a place for you down there where you can conduct your business.
Oh, I would love that. That sounds wonderful. I don't think I caught your name.
Tarr Kageyama.
Kagayama.
Yeah.
Holy shit. He says, are Severance and Claire gone?
If they want to be.
I think we're like walking like towards the door, but I think Seven
Okay,
stops
you
and
guys
Tarr
are at the
wasn't
door.
following.
They're in earshot.
He says, you know, when I first moved to this city, things were rough for me. And he like undoes a bracer and shows you a dragon tattoo on his wrist. Your people
Oh.
helped me out. It's a shame they're long gone. And he puts the bracer back on.
Sorry.
Interesting.
He's
Interesting.
one of the family.
What?
I hand him one of the front entrance door keys.
Hell yeah.
Gotta write this down.
Thank you.
Seamus Kageyama.
He gives you like a little mini salute.
I give him like the bow.
Oh yeah. All right, gang, where are we headed?
To the train station.
Fuck
To the
yeah.
train station.
Insert train sound effect. Boom, boom. Smoke. We see this like very busy central hub station of Valhaven. The central station for the transport in the capital city of this fucking hellhole we live in. I think like just for the sake of this scene, you guys are walking past hundreds of people, passersby, people like waving goodbye to their families. You see a train that's about to be loaded. There's this like long line of people all like leaving the city. There's like a large train in front of you. The train you need to board. There's a guy in like a little cute pinstripe suit. There's some NBO soldiers kind of guarding this place. And he's going around like passing out tickets, and people are exchanging for money. He sees you guys kind of approaching this train. There's a giant sign that says Sunwich 10 a.m. about to leave. He walks over to you guys. Tickets, get your tickets. 400 green ember apiece.
Severance gives him the money.
He hands you a ticket. Enjoy the Golden City of Beacon.
Yeah, I also give him 400.
Have a safe trip, ma'am.
Remember? Okay.
He hands you a ticket. Tarr?
I was thinking of doing something stupid, but I'm just gonna hand him the 400 green number.
He takes you and says, kiss your loved ones goodbye now. We're leaving in 5. He hands you a ticket, Tarr.
Tarr kind of tears up.
Like, oh, what loved ones?
Oh.
Oh wait, where's Zick?
Zick and Camilla. Oh, Zick left with you, didn't he? Camilla
Yeah.
was left
Yeah.
though. I think Zick
Yes.
is still following. I think he's with Tarr, and he stops before you leave, and he says, "I need to stay here with Camilla. I mean,
Yes.
Nico's dead. There's a bloodbath in there. There's stuff to figure out. I have to do the responsible thing. I want to come with, but I have to help out here, especially if you guys are gone. What if he attacks again?
He'll be after us.
We don't know that.
I tell Claire to like let him look inside your bag to see the stone, but not like let anybody else see.
Okay.
Uh,
I show him the stone.
Hell yeah. He looks at it. It's like painting a target on your back.
And guess what? We'll have the thing to kill him soon enough.
He
This will
gives
all be
you
over.
a furrowed brow, a concerned look. Sensei. He like bows to you.
I bow back.
In case I don't see you again. Thank you.
I give him a big ass hug and say, "Oh, I've come back from death once. Don't think I won't do it again."
He squeezes you tight.
I squeeze him back.
The train. Boom, boom.
I have to let him go. And I put my hand on his shoulder and say, "Don't work yourself too hard. You need a break after all of this."
Yes, sir.
And then I step onto the train.
Hell yeah. The train begins to start up.
Severance.
Severance, what are you doing?
I was gonna tell Zick, please be safe. Before
Of
she
course.
also hops on.
All right. Holy shit. Claire, do you do anything before you hop on the train?
I think I just give Zick probably like a smile, but then I just get back on. I just get on the train.
Hell yeah. You guys get on the train, and it begins to head off. Going off through the city. You guys walk past these small chairs, bit by bit. Give me one moment. You guys eventually find like a small little like cabin with a door. You head inside. This is your seat that you've been assigned. Do you guys say anything to each other?
I think she's just like taking a moment to like calm down and just relax. But I think this is her first time on a train, so it's like
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Same, I think, for Claire.
Is there anything you guys would like to do before we wrap up?
I'm gonna tell Severance, look, when there's a moment, I need to speak with you in private, okay?
alright. And she nods to him.
Okay.
Do you guys want to do that in this session?
If Tarr wants to.
Okay, let me pull up my
Oh my God.
character sheet. I have the
Does Claire
notes.
like just go do something?
Let's like Claire fell asleep or something.
Yeah, sure. Claire is sleeping. This is a 12-hour train ride, by the way. It is
So yeah.
it leaves at 10 a.m. So that means you guys will be arriving at...
10 p.m.
Yeah, you're right. Holy shit. That means, what, 4 days till the gala?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Claire is fast asleep. The two of you are alone.
Alright, don't get mad, but what's this whole girl savior thing?
I think again, Severus had like a kind of brighter demeanor, like not like smiling, but you can tell like she was kind of at least like happy, I guess, with what's going on. It immediately drops when you mention that, and she has a scared look in her face again, like when she first saw the posters. It's I don't really, I don't know. And she shrinks a bit while saying that.
Listen, you don't have to tell me if it's painful. I get it. But just know that I'm here. Okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know if I can right now, but I'll let you know whenever I am okay with talking about it.
Okay. Just get some rest. You deserve it.
You as well. Thank you.
As you guys finish talking, and does Severance like try to take a nap here?
She just looks out the window.
Okay.
I
There's
don't
like a
think
little.
she would actually like be able to fall asleep.
There's like a little knock on the cabin door.
Who's sitting? I guess Severance is sitting by the window. Who's
I'll
closest to
open
the
it.
door?
Tarr. There's a face that we, the audience, recognize, but Tarr and Severance don't. This is a dark-skinned woman, in like this sort of piratish garb, blue attire, with blonde hair and a bandana. We, the audience, recognize her as Marana, the guard who met Claire.
Oh shit! Claire's getting beat the fuck up.
And she kind of looks in here and she says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Wrong cabin." She takes just a moment's look at Claire and then shuts the cabin door. And we
Wait, who is?
cut to black.
Wait, who is she again?
Oh my
She
god.
was in your solo session. She was after you shot the cops, you like went somewhere and she was there and you guys worked together.
Oh, her from the
and then
very
she was-
beginning?
Yeah.
Holy
Yes,
fucking
bro. Yes, bro.
Oh, wait!